It's the man formerly known as Undermined. How's it going? Let's get stuck in, blokes! Cause I'm British now, didn't you know? Oh. Oh my god, it's actually directly 5 o'clock. It's exactly 5 o'clock. Holy crap. We're gonna go see Lydian tonight. So, mit chord changes. Yeah, that's the good question, Chris. New video card. So we'll see. I put it in. I had it running for about 2 hours this afternoon, and had no issues. Funny story. The just as I got it all installed and stuff, and then I turned it on and it didn't work, and I was like, "What the heck?" Oh, there was an extra power connector that I completely overlooked. Right, so plug in the power connector. As soon as I pushed the button to turn the computer back on, the power in the whole building went out. So you just imagine, like, click, boom, everything powers down. I'm like, holy crap, what did I do? So stupid. And then it just, it was out for like a minute. They're always working on stuff here. Somebody's always working on something. You're a workman. You're supposed to be working on something. It's true. It happened. I'm going to set up some arpeggio parts and things like that. Some nifty, keen sounding Lydian bleeps and bloops. Because that's what the kids want these days. The hep cats. The kids in the know. They're all clamoring for Lydian. Is this going to reach? It actually does. It actually reaches pretty well. Nice. Cool. Very nice. I might as well just like hook up the second voice right away. And I did some playing around while I was just kind of sitting here waiting for this to sort of either explode in a blinding flash of nuclear fusion or just like be cool. I did some playing around and I was like, I should play around with a new oscillator. What I turned out to play around with was the warp core. And man, I tell you, I've just barely scratched the surface, right? There are built-in ratio controls in here too. So you can basically turn it into this metallic sounding death machine. And I was really happy with that. I was like, I need a metallic sounding death machine in my rack. And who doesn't? Who doesn't? These are the important questions that we ask here. Oh. So I got drums all set. Drums are set. We got a cool groove happening. You want to hear it for 10 seconds? Do you have an actual like rack? And what do you want to do with it? Do you have other stuff? You hooking it up to your computer? Like, what's the dilly? That's a big question. I mean, if you don't have a sequencer, that'd be a good place to go. It's an expensive purchase, but a lot of people get around with just like getting a key step, and like that's their main sequencer for their whole modular. Well, not enough tracks for my taste, but it's pretty damn powerful. It's a deep module. Oh, that bongo's in there too. Heck yeah. That is the question, dude. Um, uh, yeah, that is the big question. Are you gonna like performing live kind of stuff? Like, that's the thing that I don't think the modular world has started to, like, hammer out. Yeah, SQ64 is good, too. And, like, I don't know. You know what? I was thinking about it today, about the key step. And, it is a super super deep piece of gear, right? Like it's got a 350 page manual or something like that. You know, it's just massive, and like there's so many hidden features that you may never use. And I was like, you know, either the Korg, like the SQ1 or the SQ64, like those are so basic compared to the key step. And the SQ64 has lots of pretty lights, and it's Korg, so it's gonna be well made. You know, it's pretty neat. Up from that would be like a Squarp Hapax, or you know, the Hermod Plus, which I just got for home. I'm still just barely tapping the surface of that thing. It's like the Vector. It took me like a year to finally learn, like fully learn the Vector, and it was painful at first. I was just like, I don't want to use it. Yeah, so anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some cool effects. Get yourself a Versio module and just start throwing firmware on it and see what's cool, and that can be nice. The R-bar, forget about it. That's like always a win. Okay. So let's get going here on these arpeggio doo-wackies. We're going to run one of these here guys into... yeah, I don't... Oh, yeah, that's right. I did this last time, or a few times ago, and I was like, I'm really happy with how that actually worked. So let's do a little bit of a different deal here. All right, so... I know this is going to confuse me later on, but nah, yeah, screw it. Just go with long cables and deal with it. Cannot be avoided. Must have long cables sometimes. So part 1 is going to go in there. Part 2 really should be the one next to it, just so I can visually keep track. Like, okay, part 1, part 2, part 3, there they are, all the red voices. And the STG VCO here is going to go into the IntelliGel filter. All right, yeah. So we're going to set up a network of arpeggios here, and then I'm going to quickly run out of red cables and probably do a bunch of semi-serious swearing. Part of it is, you know, just for effect. Okay. This guy. That guy. Voice 2. Voice 1. No. I done flippy floppy them too. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, how are you? It's like, I need an envelope. Yeah, we'll just go Zadar for these 3. Yoink. Yoink. I've got another, at least one more short cable here that I can actually use 2. We just reset this. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's a good question, Jethro. It's like, oh, quantizer recommendation? Dude, can't go wrong with the Bard Quartet. I mean, it's as far as I can see, it's the best thing on the market. honorable mentions might be an ornament and crime. I hesitate to say that because you need a trigger for the Quantermain, which is the 4-channel quantizer. You need 4 triggers going into it. So now you've just like, okay, now I have to send a trigger to the quantizer and I have to send a trigger to an envelope or something like that. And like you've just doubled the complexity of your cabling, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. The ADAC quad quantizer is supposed to be pretty ace also. I haven't used it personally, but I know a lot of people do. All right, so this is going to be our channel 2, like so. And is this the last short red cable? No, not quite. Okay, good. Whew. It's like, did I just finish them all up? That would be annoying. All right, but this is pretty compact as far as like keeping everything nice and condensed here. Channel B, like so. Slow it down to about 300 milliseconds. Channel C, same kind of deal. Yeah. Channel A is not triggering. Oh, because I turned all the notes off. All right, gates. Yeah, it is. Something's not right. This is a 7-step sequence, and I'm not hearing... This is part 3. Part 3. Which should be part 1. Which should be this guy. What? What's happening here? Oh, I got cables crisscrossed, that's what. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yup. Wait. Yeah, I got cables crisscrossed. Sawtooth through a filter is the greatest thing in the universe. It needs to be faster. Part 4. I'm running 122 BPM, and it's 16th note. matter of fact, let's get a modulation going for this right now. We'll just call it super easy. We'll just go 8-measure rise and fall. Just easy peasy. Throw it in the red trace. Okay, and then we go red trace into the cutoff for the popple. Here it comes. Here it comes. Do I really need that long of a cable? Probably the answer is yes. Let's put that one in there. We'll use shorties. Put one of them into there. Okay. Okay, there's voice 1. This is voice 2. 6. Let's make it run backwards. Well, its 16th note is 4 to 1. 4 16th notes and a quarter note. Quarter notes at 122. I was like, those are not playing at the same time. That was really weird. Let's put one of these down an octave, though. That's better. All right, part 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 equals 10 steps, but it's not. If you do 5 steps and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you do 6 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's got to be a ratio to that, like an equation. Just because it's going back and forth. We could do random, but random... It's a little bit random. Yeah, I like to use, like, at least one, like, prime number for my numbers of like, steps, especially in a little arpeggio sequence like this. This stuff is all going to get transposed and chord changed and stuff. But, you know, we shall see. Let's see here. Yeah, I suppose we go 10 step. Yeah, all right, let's stop this for a second because it does make it a little bit easier to, you know, program. I'm going to zip it all down to C and then bring it back up again because that does make life a little easier also. Maybe we'll leave it at 8. I think that should probably be better. Yeah, where are you at? Here. got some chance operations in there still, which is nice. Let's throw another one in there. It's always good to go up a fifth. Just to give a little bit of variation to the whole thing. Okay, wait. 1 second. Buddy, you drifted. Alright, part 3 is too low. What's going on there? Oh, that's not part 3. That's what happened. I transposed the wrong sequence because I'm a derp. Yeah. There we go. Set up a subsequence on each of these parts. So the vector has 2 subsequences for each of its 8 parts, right? Subsequences can do all kinds of different things, and it's a sequence. So you can set up internal modulations in a sequence, and it's totally badass. The one flaw is I wish it could be turned on and off with CV, because that would be ultimate badass. Okay, so subsequence 1. We're going to put these guys at 2 whole notes, transpose, and then I'm just going through each part because what it does is it stays at that page when you go from part to part, which is super awesome. Okay, so we'll go to the next page. So, all right, so we're here in subsequence land, right? We're in C Lydian. So we could go up 4. And then we can go up 5. And then we could maybe go down 5. Ooh. No. A subsequence would be like a sequence inside of another sequence. Right? It's not talking about sub or base or anything like that at all. So it's sequenceception. So realistically, the vector has 24 built-in parts. So each part has a sequence, and I'm going to use a sequence to change the pitch. Every 2 whole notes, it's going to go to a new chord, theoretically. So I'm going to have basically 8 measures of this C Lydian, and then we're going to go up to E, and because we're staying in C Lydian, now we're in E, straight up E minor. Oh, 5's not going to work because 4 is sharped, and that's going to bring us to an F sharp diminished chord, and that'll be really horrible. So we're going to have to go. How about we go -3? We'll go A minor, and then we'll go up 4, and then we'll go up to the G, and then back. Man, I feel like there's got to be something else in there. So let me think here. A minor. If I go to D, it's gonna be major. So in this case, we're going to. We could do D, and then go to E, and then go to the G major 7 chord. Yeah, let's try that. -3, 2, 4, 7. On each of these. -3, 2, 4, 7. -3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7. Okay, let's hear it. 8-2, change the chord. Oh, I didn't enable the subsequences because I'm an idiot. Lest we forget. There we go. Okay. Gotta hear it from the start again. Next step, I think, is I'm going to set up an R-bar thing. This is going to take a little while. All right, but it's ultimately going to be worth it because having the R-bar play pad chords and stuff is always a good time. So, all right, I'm going to plug in and fire up Reason here so I can play some synthy tones into it. So on a side note, when I got this video card, it's not a name brand. I mean, it looks like something from Alibaba or something. But I really just wanted a cheap thing because if like I put it in and it was still doing it, and then I wouldn't have to dick around with it. And you know, you could always use an extra video card laying around. Dumb, I know. But yeah, made me nervous, to say the least. Let's see. What's a good? I think. I always just like using like Mellotron strings. They actually work really, really good for this. So I'm gonna grab the NN19. We'll just throw some Mellotron strings in there because it's like one of the basic samples. Do we want that higher? I think I do want it higher. So let's erase that. All right, now what are my subsequences at again? -3, so that's A minor. +4, E minor. We'll throw in a little 2. And then that should, in theory, be okay. All right, now here comes the annoying and complicated part. Let's hook this thing up, first of all. Part 2 subsequence is not going to be used at all. All right, we're just not going to use it. What we're going to do is basically make this thing. This is going to be a modulation track. All right, so right now it's only going to be 4 parts long. And then basically, for now though, I'm going to put it on whole note. So basically then, what I want to do is use the pitch information to change the layer of the R bar. So, pitch 1 into the layer CV. So this is the funky thing, right? If I hit play, wait, what? Why is it going so fast? Am I on part 2? Yeah, I'm on part 2. So we're using part 2. Pitch 2? Yeah. All right, pitch 2. That makes more sense. Like I knew that. Okay. So we can't go to C1 because C1 is already giving me the third layer. So I need to basically raise my starting pitch a chunk here until it gets to the blue. There's the blue. So A flat 2. Pull a voltage out of your butt. I hate it when that happens. You know, like when you pull a voltage out of your butt. It's shocking. I'm sorry. No kids. Still really good at dad jokes. Breaking the laws of the universe. That's what we do here. Okay, so essentially then what I want to do is try to find the next note. So like what is the next pitch? You know what? Let's put this even faster than whole note. Let's put this on quarter note. Otherwise this will take freaking forever. All right, so there. And then the second one, I want it to be the pink layer. There's the pink layer. All right, so we'll go back to A flat 2, and then we'll go to A3 again. We'll basically cycle between those two. Now I do need, let's just go basic slow LFO for the movement of the playhead here, because, well, I think that just works the best. So it's just an LFO cruising along doing its thing, you know? Probably would be a good idea to maybe, oh, I don't know, hook up the output, you know. Where are you going to go anyways? Where are you going to go? Are you going to go to the new filter? We could do that. It needs to be something with an input level, and that one certainly fits the bill. So, let's do that. Let's do that stuff. Do that stuff. Aw, do that stuff. Oh my God. I have a really hard time reading. So if you, oh, Jesus, I have a hard time existing now. So if you look on this filter, the middle section is all the outputs, and they are black type on white background. And it's just, I just have a really hard time reading them. I can read the white on black. Totally fine, totally legible, although it's a little chonky. I mean, I know why he did that, but, you know, separates all the outputs from the inputs. Okay. Is that going to reach? Oh, Jesus. Barely. We can actually put it in the submixer. That'd be barely able to reach also. But no, it will. All right, there. So now it exists. Is that the gain all the way up? Yeah, that should be a heck of a lot louder than that. I don't think there's as much gain on that input as I would like. So let's use the Morpheus filter instead, which is still fine choice if it reaches. And it does. Huzzah. All right, and then I can just crank the hell out of the input. 40 decibels might be a bit much. It's at -6, like by default, and I was like, what? Why? That's a bit more like it. Okay, and now a little bit of offset voltage into the mod input to trigger some reverb. Two of these. Hey, Cal. Here's our A minor. Our G. Or no. D major. E minor. There's our G. Okay. So, let's keep going on this sequence then. So A3 is layer 2, so it's going to be a chunk more than that. E flat 4, C5. Let's just kind of dial these close-ish. See if it works. Okay, orange, that is correct. It's too high. Should be yellow. Yep. Hey, Simon. Yellow, aqua, purple. Yes. Okay, so it's done. So what we do is set this to 4. And then we set it to 2 whole notes. Let's hear the combination and make sure everything is jazzing. Okay, so they're not lined up, and that really annoys the shit out of me. And it's because clock, reset, Start clock. Still not synchronized. Okay, would you mind telling me how the heck I even reset this? Like everything, it should be reset. It should be back to the beginning here. And it's clearly like not. Alright, we're gonna stop the clock. It's not there yet. Why isn't it there yet? It feels like this is moving twice as slow as it should be. And I don't understand that. See, and that should be right there at the first step. It should be restarted. 2, 3, 4, next. Didn't move. Oh, son of a bitch. I know why. Step lengths. Yup. To give me a beat now. Okay, that's working. Good. All right, so now we're going to go length 4 and shut off the subsequencers. Y'all can just chill for a second. All right, cool. What do we want to do? I don't know what we want to do. How's everybody doing? Anybody got any good gear finds lately? Anything really interesting? Well, the problem was that every other step was twice as long. So, like, yeah, no work well. All right. How about, yeah, how about a new part? I have an idea. We'll go part 6, and we're going to actually do, let's just do the subsequence right away, just so we have it set and ready to go. -3, 2, 4, 4, and 7. -3, 2, 4, 7, and 2 whole notes. All right. Oh, sweet, dude. Not 4 whole notes. That would have been annoying. Okay. So now, anything funky and weird in this? No. Okay. So what I want is like, dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's try something weird. So this is going to be part 6. Will a short cable reach to the chainsaw? I think it might. Oh, just bare. Wait, I think I have a. Do I have? Got these slimline cables that are a little bit longer than the average bear, which is nice. Is that it? No, that is already a super long cable. Okay. Nope. I'm using them all. Let's be scientific about this, huh? Who longest? Oh, you longest. You longest by a slight amount. A couple millimeters might make a difference. Yep. So, yeah, it's not tight, really, that tight, at least. Okay. I basically just want a 5th in this part. That is not the right thing. That is not the input. We're sorry. You are attempting to audio modulate the dual dagger. If this was not your intention, please learn to plug in cables correctly. Thank you. All right, now this is where I'm curious. Well, we're going to need a few of these here. Okay. This is part 6, so let's send this to Zadar also. And I'm going to set up a sustain point here. Pretty close to max level. Alright, and then that's going to go to the low pass. Okay. So, here's the thing, though, right? I think I can just simply supply an offset voltage into the other volt per octave. Oh, except it stays. Okay, now can I split off a volt per octave and just add? It's not working. Why you no work, bro? Okay, that's just not gonna work. Alright, then that's fine. It's too bad. Because I had my heart set on some chainsaw. But what we can do pretty easily substitute is just use the ensemble oscillator instead. And put it in fifths. Yeah, like so. Oh, nice, dude. I don't know if I like it. Okay, now let's mess with some gate lengths here. Okay. Here's our beat. It's not synchronized though. Let's go a little bit different then. A little bit different signal path on this. I'm going to throw this through stereo VCA pair here. Rather than having the filter controlling the existence of that voice, I'm going to have the volume and controlled in a more obvious way, you know, with VCA. Oh, too bad the cable doesn't reach. God damn it. I do have one slightly longer cable here, which is good. I just want to have enough cables to totally color code every voice. Is that so much to ask? The answer is yes. It is too much to ask. Because that would cost a lot of money. Okay, this guy, boost should be off. We should be hearing it. We should be hearing it pretty freaking loud, actually. Oh, because this. I don't like the pops. Okay. I don't like the pops. Don't like the pops at all. No, sir. No, sir. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Will this cable reach to an actual ADSR? Just barely, yeah. So fast. That's a little better. Okay, so now we can take a little 8-measure risey-fally guy here and throw it into the filter. Just going to be a happy little plicky part that goes along, you know, does its thing. High pass. Subsequences are off. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, so that's a lot. Okay. I guess we'll throw one on part 1 too, because why the heck not? That'll be our baseline. Oh. So, and that's going to be oh, shit. -3, 2, 4, 7. I always forget. -3, +2, 4, 7. Sounds like there's some sort of hoity-toity happenings going down upstairs. Which, of course, means I'm going to have to turn the speakers up extra loud. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Baseline. Who gets the baseline? That is the question. And the answer is nobody, because the cable's too short. All right, we're going to go super basic here. I think just saw and sub is fine. Throw that into an envelope. Throw the envelope into that there thing. Dial that in. It should be alright. Okay. What? Why are you transposing? Why are you transposing? What are you doing? Oh, subsequence 2 is on. Son of a... Okay, now what happens when it transposes? This is my question. And the answer is it does just fine, doesn't it? Peachy keen. This guy a little bit more mod. So let's wrestle up some leads here. And then maybe we need some kind of funky sound effect things going down. That's always welcome, to be honest. Okay. Yeah. Lead time here. Let's get a pizza lead for the first one. Nah. Just running mono in. Does a good job of dealing with things like panning and stuff like that all on its own. Throw that guy into the Melotus here. That's better. There we go. And now, of course, if we give it some resonance, it starts doing ridiculous things. That's fine. It's fine. I'm kind of losing my infatuation with the Melotus, though. I gotta say, it's kind of I don't know. The output of it is really weak for one reason. That's annoying. Like, I hardly hear it. Like, it's in there, it's doing its thing, and it's like not making sound. It's just kind of odd. I don't really understand that. But it works great when you put it on like the shimmer and stuff, and then it's all like and it goes crazy, you know. So again, it's kind of like a one-trick pony in a way. Yeah. All right, we could use lead number 2. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, let's stop this for one thing. And then reset and make sure that when we restart it, it's all timed and stuff like that and everything is good. This is not good. This is totally in the way of my quad drum. And that's a problem. Definitely a problem. There. And you just kind of, here, hang out with your buddy, the white cable, and then you can go over the top, and then now you're out of the way. Ish. Okay. Lead number 2. Guess we'll go perp. And then into the Schwabba filter. Do kind of want to use the new one for, you know, obvious reasons. So let's go warp core into that guy and that stuff into the bubble sound SEM 20 ST. You should get your own effect though also. Maybe we'll go black hole? Yeah, that'd be okay. Black hole would be fun. Get that low pass delay on there. I like the sound of that actually. It's my favorite program by far in the black hole. All right, what do you got? The answer is nothing. Like absolutely nothing. That cable's not long enough. It's because my filter's turned all the way down, of course. Will this reach up to there? Yes. Distortion in there from this filter. This is the MS-20 resonance section, basically. So it's all like gnarly. You really crank it, terrible things start to happen. By terrible, I mean wonderful. Let's put some resonance CV in here too. And the gnarl comes in. That's really cool. So the SEM20 ST will acid. In fact, you kind of can't stop it sometimes. Oh, buddy. Yeah, let's chill on the amplitude on that there modulation there, huh? That's a little much. Still a little much. Dial in a delay time, that's not stupid. A little shorter. Bro. Dude. Yeah, still a little bit less. That's crazy. That's cool. Hey, all I gotta say is, if you don't, you should play disc golf. It's just so damn fun. It's just something very visceral about, like, hucking an object and, like, routing it through trees and, like, doing crazy stuff with it. Even if it only happens out of, like, 1 out of 10 times. But, you know, you learn. I've actually been playing a long time. Like, almost 20 years. Okay. This I'm satisfied with. It's actually more popular in Europe than it is here. There's a lot of European courses. Okay. I need to supply something, I think, into the looper. And my initial thing is like, I could take all of the arpeggios and just, like, put them in the looper and just let them be this blob, but, like, it's kind of a pad, you know? And I already have one, so I don't know, man. Speaking of disc guys, somebody's trying to send me money. They're like, please confirm. Like, dude, I'm streaming. But yes. Okay, what else can we do? The voices are kind of corny. I mean, they work. I kind of feel like something completely out of left field. And I don't know what that might be. Here's a question. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. There it is, except it's feeding back. So we gotta be super duper careful. If I just route my voice into this, I don't think it's gonna be loud enough to do a decent job recording.
When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time? When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time? When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time? When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time? When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time? When does the superposition of tones produced by well-coordinated instruments become a single voice with a complex timbre subtly evolving over time?
Don't look at me like that. I'm reading from the Ensemble Oscillator Manual. When does the... Oh, crap. Now, let's see if it showed up. Because if it did, it should be just like this. Yes! Perfect. All right, now let's throw that into something though, not just straight into the mixer, but let's put it into a filter here. You know, be a good idea. Oh Jesus! Stop messaging me, people. Stop it. Just stop it. Oh, you know what? Let's throw it in the. I'm gonna throw it in the neutron filter because it's got a good preamp in that sucker. And by preamp, I mean, let's give it an extra 30 dB of gain, if we want. Yeah, of course, you're always allowed to take anything from this stuff. This is free-range music. It lives, and then it disappears forever. And, you know, it's ephemera. Some antique collectors love that shit. That was just me turning on the gain. Now let's put it on a cool model. It's got a good peak. And then put it on like a notch. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Well, that's talking. I was talking. Everybody's talking. Everybody just shut up for a second, okay? Sorry. Dude, that's awesome. More resonance. Now, what one could do is like throw an offset voltage into the 1 volt per octave here, and then just be like, wait, what? There's nothing plugged into the orange trace, so what's it doing here? That's weird. I gotta read on that thing. I don't know if there was even a manual that came with that. There. So if you just do this, and now I can just kind of crank this up. I really like to make that rhythmic, which is not horribly difficult, but it will require more cables. You know what? No, I want the stereo because it is actually really nice stereo overlapping. It's like it's all this. What this thing does. This is the Praeterio Versio, and it's a sound on sound stereo looper, right? So like it's like Frippertronics basically. And if you don't know what that is, well, that's understandable. Robert Fripp, guitar player for King Crimson. He and Brian Eno had this whole system using 2 tape recorders. Um, with, I think, like 2 reel-to-reels and then the tape going all the way in between the 2 things. And then one of them was like playback and one of them was a record. And basically the length of that tape loop dictated how long your loop was. And it would just keep writing over and then it would just get chunkier and chunky. And he builds up these like whole pieces just using loops and a volume pedal and stuff. It's super, super cool. God, seriously? Why in the God's name does my phone not work about 10% of the time down here? It just doesn't work. Oh, nice. I have one. I have one sitting at home, actually. Yeah. Those are really cool. Do I have it here? It might be here. Well, if somebody would clean up his fucking mess once in a while, he might be able to find something. But that's me. I'm talking about myself in the third person. Yeah, I have one too. Yeah, I've known all about that stuff for a long time, and and then I stumbled on, oh, we're making the. And I'm like, oh, I have to have one. My friends hate it. I need to find experimental musicians in my area because I think that would be a lot of fun to just be like, just hang out. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna draw a couple cards and see what happens. Yeah, he's not into it. Jake is not into it. Yeah, which is a real shame. And we haven't jammed in a long time. He's at NAM right now, but haven't jammed with him in a long time. Okay, what were we doing? We were throwing some. We were going to throw a 16th note pattern into this for one thing. A 16th note gate pattern. I do know Beardstank. Beardstank shares the studio with me here. I wish I had long enough cables. So, I was saying earlier I was installing a new video card, and as soon as I turned the computer on, the power in the whole building went out, and I kind of freaked out for a millisecond. There may have been a little moisture in my drawers, but I'm not confessing anything. Uh, no, and then when it came back on, he's got a Vista Light kit, so it's all like clear plastic, and he's got like lights under it, and they all turned on. And I don't know how to turn them off. And dude, the room back behind me over here with the drums and my keyboard set up and everything, like our instrument setups and stuff are all in there for jamming. It is the old Signal studio, yeah. This is exactly where Jake would sit to film, except he'd be facing that way. Hi, this is Jake Lizio, talking to the wall. Anyways. But yeah, I was gonna like, hey dude, let's get some lunch today? He's like, I'm just getting out of LAX right now. Like, oh, that's right. Okay. Gate pattern. I'm like, I think we're almost ready to jam. I'm like, no, we're not. Gate pattern. Dude, do your thing. Can we just throw a regular gate in here? Will that work? I mean, sort of, except not at all. Can use a hodgepodge of cable colors, which is, you know, it's terrible. There we go. There we go. We got some rhythm. And then, like, that, or we give it to this. We just do it manually. Bipolar. That's cool as hell. Okay, I think we're jam ready here. So I'm going to change the light colors. Here's what I want to do. In order to try to make this performance as good as possible, I'm going to take a second. Give me about 2 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to eat some vapors. No, what I want to do is make sure that all of my parts are like perfectly synchronized. So I'm going to kill a clock and like restart everything in the right place. So those guys are good to go. Yes, got it the first time. Happy days. All right, now let's put it on the subsequence thing so I can easily just go click, 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 click. Easily. I feel like green. Green is the color of my true love's face. Microphone muting. Alas, I clipped the output going to the stream. So it may have been very, very crackly and distorted for you. And it was a little bit for me. And I was like, man, that's not just that filter. That's weird because I usually run like pretty much the same levels. I mean, I don't really change anything. And then tonight, everything was just like super loud. And I don't really understand it. But I guess you got to trust your levels. So, anywho, I'm out of here. Thanks, Simon. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Just something a little bit more on the happy side, on the major side, you know? Lydian, which is a major with a sharp 4. So, he's good for you. Know your modes. Know your scales. He's good for you. So, when next we meet our Dottie heroes, will probably be Sunday, I'm guessing. Barring any unforeseen quantum fluctuations. Anyways, take it easy and thanks for watching. And I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye.